nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Utah Utes and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Utes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Making the adjustment. On the ground with the counter. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride him again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Young. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Here we go, ready. Work.
Dangerous throw on that one. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Man, that's not the start they needed. You're already the underdog. You've struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
And the Utes with a big opportunity to take this sudden change and make it sudden points. Drops back. It's Stampier. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Handoff for Parker. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Utes! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Hands it off. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the play. Lewis finds his target. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Lewis to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Lewis. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welch. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. It's Gray. Just smothered on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the right. He's got it. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Really excited to see what Utah is going to do this year. You're so used, David. We were for years seeing Kyle Whittingham strolling the sidelines for Utah. Obviously, he's now off in Ann Arbor, but with Dampier back at quarterback, they've got the pieces. And the Big 12 every year we know is so wide open. If Utah can continue to be physical, they had some big losses, especially along the offensive line. I think this could be a special season in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and you saw a lot of good moments from Dampier. I mean, this guy can scramble around, can run around, can make things happen. It's the passing game. Can it evolve? Can it grow? They've got weapons, but it all starts with the quarterback.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires on the move. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The ride, driven back.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Oh, pressure's coming. Forced him to get rid of it on 3rd down.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Here's Lewis to throw. Out wide right, it's Atkins. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Lewis wants to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. The run inside. It's Brake. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second and long here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Rush is on. They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Going to try to get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Play fake, Lewis. He's going to run it. Did the work himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Lewis. Oh, he wants it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Second down to the air. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Another incompletion on third down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to pick.
Lots of running room. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Utah! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throwing, Lewis. Complete on the left to Williams. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Lewis on the play action. Rolls right. Right side, it's Williams. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Makes the catch and he's free. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
The official says no good. Really needed to cut into that deficit, but guys, it remains at 3 scores.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hits the hole. It's Green. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Here's a gift to Parker. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to establish the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. to throw. It's Dampier. Snags it over the middle. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Utes have their offense in high gear. Tells to run, wants to pass. Buying a little time to his left. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion, but every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Throwing right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you can tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let this one go deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you see them there taking a shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Lewis. Caught over the middle. It's Young. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Lewis. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Lewis to throw. Calls it in. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hold and finds his man on the left. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, it's Parker. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the timing just a hair off. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Trying to get away. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Heaves it on the run. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Second and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Shoots it to the left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Utes racing to the line in a hurry-up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, going to throw it. Rush right in his face. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Sooners looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Just gets rid of that one.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Keeps it himself. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. They're all over him. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Lewis to throw. Turns up, it's Young. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to take off across the 45. He's dropped. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Utes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Atkins. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. Well, that's a great start to this second half.
Play action with Lewis. Fires one high and deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Running inside. It's Clinton. Makes him talk to the hand. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Dampier. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Trying to make one miss. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Lewis. Right on target this time. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Buffaloes in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to go up top on second down. Hit as he throws. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Turns it upfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Welsh. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Here's Lewis to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Fires into the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Lewis from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Colorado! Middle in the end zone, he's got it!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? To the air again, Lewis. He's got the two-point conversion, and now they cut that lead to 12.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Dampier. Unloads to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Hunt is on its way. Looks it in. Makes a move. Smashes through the tackle. He's going to get loose. And he's going to take it all the way back, and it's fun to watch him run, but there's laundry on the field, and I believe this one's coming back. Play fake. Lewis throws to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit. Second and long here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lewis. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. Here comes the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing, Lewis. Under pressure. Finds his back in the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun on third down, Lewis. He's got it. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Here's Lewis to throw. Floats it out in space. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. It's Lewis again. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And they'll take over 1st and 2nd.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with a 1st down.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
To send the tight end in motion. Turns upfield. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. Oh, there's an alley to the left. He goes out of bounds at the 25, and this offense has an explosive play.
And this is exactly what happens when you don't keep a fast quarterback in the pocket. Man, you got to keep him inside that tackle box. Don't let him dance. Don't rush upfield. A lot of times that's the responsibility of the defensive lineman, because now you see, now the linebackers, the secondary, everybody's chasing him, and he has the ability to go to the house, to make the big plays. That dude's got some jets.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ball.
The Utes will try to pick it up on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple of scores, I think you're just kind of free. Like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Lewis fires to the right. Williams open on the right side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Lewis on the play action. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air again, Lewis. Fires left. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They'll give it to Parker. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Motion from the back. Lewis from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like,
a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Throwing, Lewis. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He gets the two-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Straight ahead, it's Brave. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And the RPO got him. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Hits inside, it's Simmons. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
quick give. It's Parker. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Makes the tackle.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Handoff for Parker. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Utes decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here's Lewis to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives